Ask anyone about the endless intrusion of robocalls, and you'll eventually hear something like this.
They're annoying, and I think there should be a law against it.
Actually, there is. In 2003, President George W. Bush signed a bill creating the National Do Not Call Registry.
The registry allows Americans to shield their home and cell phone numbers from most unwanted telemarketing calls.
3 million people signed up in the first year, and the volume of calls dropped. But the victory didn't last. You have your number in the Do Not Call list? I assume you probably do.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Has that done any good?
Absolutely not.
You're on the Do Not Call list, I assume?
Yes.
How's that working out for you?
Well, it doesn't always work out. Let's put it that way.
One look at the government's Do Not Call website shows why. People are still being asked to enter the phone numbers of unwanted callers. Information cybersecurity experts say is now meaningless.
They're allowed to actually spoof the call and fool you, so it's not, it looks like your neighbor calling you, but it's not. That's not illegal to spoof.
The feds have also been hurt by a series of court decisions. Last year, an appeals court struck down the FCC's rules on auto-dialers, saying they were so broad they could be applied to any conventional smartphone. Advocates say the decision opened the floodgates.
60% of robocalls that you do receive on your phone are legal. And that was astounding when you hear that. You would think it should be illegal, it should be stopped immediately.
Even when the feds do enforce the law, it doesn't always work because most robocallers are overseas. Since 2015, the FCC has fined robocallers more than $200 million. But the Wall Street Journal found they collected less than $7,000. That means for every $100,000 in fines, the government gets 3 cents. Even one of the FCC's own commissioners says the approach isn't working. With this one-by-one effort, she says, we are trying to empty the ocean with a teaspoon. Robocalls are now America's #1 consumer complaint, and both Congress and the phone companies appear to have gotten that message. They've put forth new plans to fight the unwanted calls. I'll have that part of the story tomorrow. Walt Kane, News 12.